Okay, so we all know that if we're given 2 points, we can find a line that passes through those 2 points. And so what we want to do in example 5 is find the equation of that line. And it turns out we've already seen most of what we need to know to be able to do this problem. So for instance, in part A, we have 2 points, 1, 5, and 3, 9, and we want to find the equation of the line that passes through these. Okay, so the first step would be to find the slope of that line. And we've actually already done this back in example 2. So if you've forgotten how to do that, you can go back to example 2, part A, and refer to that. And you'll see that the slope for this line we found was 2. Okay, so now that we have the slope, we already know that if we have a slope and a point, we can use point-slope form to find the equation of the line. Well, here we have a slope and 2 points. So we just need to pick either one of the 2 points. It absolutely doesn't matter which one we choose. And then use that along with point-slope form. So let's just, for the sake of simplicity, in all of these problems, I'll probably just go ahead and use P as my point. So this will be x1 and y1. And now, point-slope form is the following. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So then I just need to plug in all of the relevant values and then solve for y. So that's going to give me y minus 5 is equal to 2 times x minus 1. Or y minus 5 is equal to 2x minus 2. And then I add 5 to both sides, so I get y equals 2x plus 3. And that's the equation of the line that passes through the points 1, 5, and 3, 9. If you want to double check your work here, you can plug in the points and see if they work. For instance, if I plug x equals 1 into that equation, I'm going to get y equals 5, which gives me my first point, P. And then if I want to check Q, I can plug x equals 3 into that equation, which gives me y equals 6 plus 3, which is 9. And so that checks out for Q. Okay, so continuing on. In part B, I want to find the equation of the line that passes through these 2 points. Again, if I were starting from scratch, the first step would be to find the slope of the line that passes through those 2 points. We already did this in example 2, and we found that the slope here was minus 3. So, the equation of the line passing through those 2 points, well, again, I need to choose one of my points to be x1, y1. Let's just choose P. And I'm going to get, let's see, just I like to rewrite this every time on every problem just to make sure that I commit it to memory. Okay, so this is point-slope form. And then plugging in my values, I have y minus 7 equals minus 3 times x minus a negative 2, so that's x plus 2. I distribute to get y minus 7 equals minus 3x minus 6. And then I add 7 to both sides, and I end up with y equals minus 3x plus 1. Okay? And just like before, if we want, we could double check this answer by plugging in my points. But this checks out. Okay? So now part C. Same as the previous parts. Now this one will be a little bit messier because if you go back to example 2, we found that the slope of this line was actually fractional, 4 over 5. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And I'll use the coordinates of P for my x1 and my y1. Okay, so then I plug in the appropriate values, and I'm going to have y minus 2 equals, the slope here was 4 over 5 times x minus 5. Okay, I distribute on the right-hand side, so I get 4 over 5x, and then I have 4/5 times minus 5. That's just going to give me minus 4. Okay, so then I add 2 to both sides, so that's going to give me y equals 4 over 5x. Minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. Okay, and then, so now let's go on to part D. Back in example 2, we saw that the slope for the line that passes through these 2 points was minus 5 over 3. And as in the previous examples, I'll let my points in P be x1 and y1. Just to remind ourselves, the equation for point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So when I plug in values, I'm going to have y minus negative 2, so that's y plus 2, equals, the slope is minus 5 over 3 times x minus 2. I distribute through on the right, and I get minus 5 over 3 x minus a negative, so that's I have a negative times a negative, negative 5/3 times negative 2, so that's going to be plus 5 times 2 is 10, so this is 10 over 3. So now I need to subtract 2 from both sides, so that's y equals minus 5/3 x plus 10 over 3 minus 2. And now I want to combine those, which means finding a common denominator. The common denominator in this case is going to be 3. So I have y equals minus 5 over 3x plus 10 over 3 minus 6 over 3. So putting all of that together, I have y equals minus 5/3 x plus 4/3. Okay.